You might have failed to achieve your service connection for depression, not because it's not legitimate, but because of the complex and complicated system. Here's the claim detail most people miss. The VA disability program pays for occupational and social impairment, function, not titles. We're going to go plain English with this one. I'll show you the clean way to build a depression claim, fix the traps that wreck legit cases, and I'm going to keep it human the whole time. If you're a vet or a vet's champion, like a spouse, family, or friend, go ahead and hit like and subscribe so we can push this out to more veterans. Let's get into it. Let's start with what the VA really pays for. How your symptoms hit your work, your relationships, your reliability, and your day-to-day, not the label on a note. As I go, picture your last 30 days. Work, sleep, follow through, being around people. And before we dive in, a word a lot of vets need to hear. Getting mental health treatment is not a weakness. Real strength is tied to getting help you need so you can keep moving forward. I felt that way for a long time too. And I'm grateful for the people who showed me reaching out is wisdom, not a weakness. All right, you can get a quick win here today. Make a plan and act. If you don't have a mental health provider, reach out direct or through a primary care provider, whichever one fits your situation. Don't self-diagnose. That's your provider's job. Book the appointment, get seen, and take the help that they offer. Now for the framework. We're going to use the 3-box plan. Box number 1, diagnosis. Qualified clinician will make a DSM-5 related diagnosis of depression or major depressive disorder. Box number 2, the connection. There are 2 lanes here. You could either have a direct service connection, meaning it began in service or was aggravated there, or you could have a secondary. Another service-connected condition caused it or made it worse. If it's made worse by, your record should show what it looked like before and what it looks like now. Baseline and then change. Box number 3, showing your impairment. Map your symptoms to your limits. That's how the VA determines your rating. Make it concrete. As an example, for direct connection, either it's clearly stated in your service record, or maybe you had counseling after a unit tragedy. Today, a clinician diagnoses major depressive disorder and explains why it traces back to that event. Your record shows reduced reliability and productivity over time, sleeping problems, low motivation, trouble following through at work. A short spouse or coworker statement stating the before, the during, and the after makes the day-to-day impact crystal clear. The VA looks at medical and lay evidence across time, not one snapshot. They look at indicators, performance drops or duty problems, counseling statements, increased mental health visits, relationship strain, and buddy or coworker letters that show a before and an after shift. The question is always, how do your symptoms translate into occupational and social impairment under the rating formula? If you've been dealing with depression, other common conditions triggered by depression include but are not limited to sexual side effects related to the medication you might be taking, and migraines that worsen with depressive episodes. And conditions that might trigger or worsen depression include but are not limited to chronic pain, sleep apnea, tinnitus. The key here for secondary conditions stemming from or leading to depression is clear. Clinician note describing those ties. Some of the common mistakes working a depression claim include label thinking. Let your doctor diagnose you. Don't worry about the label. Thin, unclear exams. Ask your provider to make a note on the diagnosis and key findings very plainly. And aggravation without a baseline. If it's made worse by, include the before and the after in the record. And listen up, veterans. Here's a 1-page checklist of the things you're going to need for that depression claim. You're going to need a DSM-5 diagnosis by a clinician. You're going to need a connection, direct or secondary aggravation. Aggravation needs a baseline. And you're going to need impairment mapped to the VA criteria. If your VSO didn't cut it and you need help, I'm Chris. Reach out to me at Operation Veterans Edge. It's your benefits, it's your future, and it's our mission. I'm looking forward to talking to you.